I don't see as much swagger. I see more focus. And I think that Kevin Blackwood enters Double Vision with something to prove.
He's zoned in. It really feels like he's on another level right now, and that's kind of weird to say coming off the Vacation Land Cup. A loss to J.D. Drake in the semifinals. Did not make his way back to the finals for a second straight year, and some stiff competition ahead of him. Cash Flow Ken Broadway, the first time we've seen him inside a Limitless ring in 5+ years. In that time frame, took some time off from wrestling. Now he's back not only wrestling, but with a music career in tow as well. And Charles Mason, the root of all evil, someone I know you've seen a time or two at Synergy Wrestling.
Yeah, and Charles Mason, quite frankly, scares the crap out of me. I'm not going to lie. I think Ethan Scott wet himself when he came up to his ear there.
The referee, this is a legitimate thing, the referee was not certainly pleased with doing this matchup with Charles Mason in it. I think it's a weird vibe for everyone when this dude's around.
I will say, as someone who dresses nicely, to have some tearaway suit pants wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, I suppose. It would make my life a lot easier, honestly.
Not even a snack?
I couldn't imagine it. I don't want to. Charles Mason, Limitless Wrestling debut. This could be a huge victory for either him or Ken Broadway, who are looking to stick around here in Limitless Wrestling.
Oh my goodness!
Win means so much to Blackwood. Charles Mason immediately starting off hot. Oh no!
And what I love about these multi-man matches in Limitless Wrestling, Randy, is that it's always an occasion for someone to step up to the plate and prove their pecking order in Limitless Wrestling. Ken Broadway.
Wow! And you're absolutely right about these multi-man matches. We look back at the history of Kevin Blackwood, the first major victory for him. What really put him on the map in Limitless Wrestling, it was a win on a 6-man scramble.
It was, and Ken Broadway has history in it as well, as Blackwood goes for the gut, goes for the knee, sends him down to one knee.
Uh-oh, caught the knee coming in. Blackwood hung up, ducking the kick, catching him into a neck breaker. Right on the back of his head.
And look at that, immediately noticing Mason on the outside, turning his attention towards him. Kevin Blackwood going flying.
Oh, come on now.
It's completely legal, Randy.
It's absolutely legal and driven on the side of the ring. Charles Mason, an absolute maniac. But you don't want to look behind you. Cash Flow. Look at that.
Woo! The elevation from Ken Broadway.
Hurling himself over the top rope, a taker dive. And if it don't make dollars, John Alba, it don't make sense.
I've learned that a time or two during my career. Trust me, Randy. I have. And talking about Ken Broadway, you said it's been 5 years since we've seen him in Limitless Wrestling as he gets a beautiful back suplex there. It was actually a multi-man match that we saw him in. He faced Scott Wilde, Chris Pyro, and look at that!
One-legged off the middle rope! Oh, only
Mason
a
able
2 count.
to power out of that, but Christian Casanova rounding out that, and look how far their two careers have come respectively, where Christian Casanova defends his title tonight against Daniel Garcia, and here's Kevin Blackwood, Daniel Garcia's friend, who he's been training with. Odd pinning combination there, gets 2, ducks the line. Handsome!
Down to the canvas, shoulders down, but only a 2 count once again.
But that's something you and I were talking a lot about, how Kevin Blackwood has spent the last couple of months after his disappointing showing at the VLC training with Daniel Garcia, maybe having to reteach himself how to dig for that killer instinct.
I think that's exactly what it is. I mean, we've seen the videos, those two at Grapplers Anonymous in Buffalo, New York, which puts out an amazing crop of students, and these two really leading the charge for Buffalo, looking for a clean sweep here tonight. Think about what that would mean.
It'd be a nice car ride back with some championship gold and some pedigree in your pocket.
Yeah, but it's going to be a sore one after chops like that from Ken Broadway. Charging in with a European uppercut.
Look at Mason here, Mason.
Oh, wow!
Great ring awareness from Mason, and now he slams him! Modified DDT.
Right on top of his head and not stopping there. Meteora in the corner. Squishing Kevin Blackwood right onto the shoulders and down onto the midsection. Could he have it won? No!
Charles Mason channeled some energy. He was able to rest up on the outside.
Oh, look.
Hook the leg. It's one of those advantages of a triple threat match. As long as you're confident that the two men in the ring aren't going to finish each other out, you rest up on the outside, get some energy, and look what Charles Mason is doing. He has that killer instinct, maybe a little too literally.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you have to capitalize. Uh-oh. Broadway with the heavy-handed chops. You got to pick your spots. Charles Mason looking for a bite to eat.
Now he finds himself as the meat in the middle of a sandwich.
Oh, right upside the jaw of Ken Broadway, and Charles Mason capitalizing anywhere he can.
Fairly evenly match up here, Randy.
Big forearm exchanges, center of the ring. Charles Mason not wavering. 2 straight for Broadway, but cash flow, money-making Manhattan's finest, firing away at Mason.
And here's Kevin Blackwood stepping up to the plate, swinging away like Babe Ruth at Forbes Field.
And he's certainly not missing. Crowd behind him here runs in with a European uppercut, and there's one for Mason. Pillar to post, but into the boot.
Up and over, catches him.
Wow! Right into the submission. We'll see if he can grapevine the legs here. Ken Broadway.
Oh! Beautiful backstabber by Kevin Blackwood. Opportunistic and maybe putting him on the stepping stone to walking away with a win here.
Yeah, but all 3 men down. That took a lot out of Blackwood just to execute. The extra weight of Ken Broadway coming down on the legs of Blackwood. Got to make it tough to stand.
But he's back to his feet, and it looks like he's...
Well, maybe it's not that tough. He's caving in the chest of Charles Mason.
But here's Broadway. Ducks underneath. Oh, right on the top of his neck!
You got to check on him.
Nate Speckman doing just that. And Blackwood wasting no time, Randy. He's learned his lesson.
Here comes a big one. Uh-oh.
Maybe not.
Broadway's got hold of him. Oh, man, he's up in the air. Rolling through, and he's got the leg.
Catches the leg. Maybe looking for an STF. Let's see.
Trying to step through. Usually tucks the arm
Yes,
behind the head.
And there it is.
No. Now he's got the arm in his possession. We'll see if he can get it behind the head, maybe close in a grip around Broadway.
Crawling towards the rope, but it's not going to do you much good in the triple threat match
He's trying to hold out. Meanwhile, Mason back to his feet. Oh, man. What a kick to the side of the face. Blackwood sent to the other side of the ring, and now Charles Mason sending Broadway out to the floor.
I've been really impressed by Mason's ring awareness in this match.
He's in a lot of these multi-mans lately. He's got to be used to it at this point.
Oh, with the foot there, though. Here's Kevin Blackwood.
Whoa!
Sent over the top. Up to the top rope goes Kevin Blackwood.
Thought about the double stomp.
And caught with a choke slam.
Charles Mason had it scouted. May he have victory? No!
That was close. And Ken Broadway couldn't muster up enough energy to even break that up, so I think we're starting to see these effects linger on him. But no, here he comes.
Tears him backwards, back to his feet, look for the big penalty kick. And now swinging for Mason. Comes back around with an enziguri.
Staggering is Mason. Are we pumping?
Oh, no! Again. And this time he's got the legs hooked around Ken Broadway.
The guillotine just wrenching into Ken Broadway. But look at the power from Ken Broadway.
That's exactly the way to break it, too. Driving him in the corner, forcing him to release the hold.
Fireman's carry position here.
Bad news for Charles Mason. On the root of all evil. With a big fish hook there to Broadway.
Catches the arms.
Later! Lays out with a German suplex. A gnarly landing for Mason. But look inside the ring.
Blackwood drops him. Single leg. Turns it over. Half crab. Wrenching it back. Kevin Blackwood's face showing the intensity. Dragging him to the center of the ring.
Repositioning himself. Sitting down hard in Broadway.
And here it is.
Tough position.
Look at that transition, Randy.
Tucking the arm this time. He's got the grip around the head. Tearing back down on Broadway. Charles Mason. Look at his lips. He loves this shit.
Look at him. He's not even trying to break it up.
Oh, look at his arm. Oh, look at his arm. His arms went limp.
He went limp.
There's the bell.
Charles.
There's the bell. Kevin Blackwood gets the victory here.
Charles Mason just watched that.
Blackwood.
You see what happens when you tap into that aggressive side? Nobody can touch you once you're like that. When you tap into that aggression, you get W's. It's a W.
I told him something was going to change and I was done holding back. You brought that out of me.
You brought that out of me. Thank you. I owe you so much for that.
Hey, you don't have to owe me anything. We're just gonna walk out of here with a clean sweep tonight. Casanova thinks he's gonna leave this company with the belt. I'm gonna make sure he leaves on his back. Because that's how a champ is supposed to leave.
That's right, bro. Let's go.